It says it's not letting Grace join.
Uh-oh, wait, Grace can't join?
We gotta get Grace in here. This is
Gotta get Grace in here. Yeah,
It's not a party without Grace.
How we doing, everybody?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I just felt so bad on Friday that I couldn't make it. So I'm so happy that you guys could all reschedule and be here for me today. So really, thank you guys.
Yay, we're excited.
I'm very excited to talk to you guys. And I was just playing My Love on the guitar to make sure I got it on my brain. So I love singing that song too.
We're ready for it. Should we wait for Grace a minute, or you want to just jump into this thing?
It's whatever you guys want to do. Is there like a technical difficulty that isn't letting her in?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're talking to her, so is she figuring it out?
She's trying to.
Okay.
Well,
we can whatever you want to do. I don't know. I'll follow y'all's lead.
Yeah, maybe while we wait for Grace, I would love to hear about how Friday went.
I can try FaceTiming her if she can't join, so that way she can still be part of it.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, so Friday was insane. I never thought, when I came into quarantine, just like my sister's boyfriend and my sister, they never thought they would be engaged in these circumstances, and neither did I. But it went amazing. It was at this beautiful kind of overlook, if you would want to call it that, in Omaha, Nebraska, at this place called Lewis and Clark, which is kind of like a mountain biking trail area kind of vibes, and my sister and Billy, her now fiance, had just gone on a hike, and so they were kind of taking some time, just like some casual time to chill out, as Laura thought. But we were all hiding in like trees and in the bushes, and I filmed the whole thing, so we have like a video for us that we'll have forever. But it was so funny, like popping out on her after she got engaged to, just because she was not expecting this at all, especially in quarantine. Some of her friends have gotten engaged during this time, and she talks so openly about it, and she never thought it would be her. So she was shocked, and she's like the happiest person naturally ever. Like, she's such a positive person, my sister. But yeah, that day was like, she was saying that was like the best day of her life. So I'm so happy that that Billy, her fiance, could make it special, and that, my whole family could be there, because that was really the whole point of doing it in quarantine, because he wasn't sure when, we would all be able to be together. After we all go home, it's kind of like, travel is going to be kind of scarce. People aren't really going to be going out that much. And if you don't know, I live on the West Coast, and so does my sister Laura and Billy. But then my other sister lives on the East Coast in New York, and then my family lives in Omaha, Nebraska. So we're kind of spread out all over the United States. And so it's kind of crazy to think, I don't know when the next time will be when we're all together, but I'm really happy that it happened while we were, so I could kind of experience that moment with them,
That's kind of magical. Even during a pandemic, you guys got to hide in trees and jump out. That must have been such like a great day.
It was awesome, and I'm just so happy that it was exactly what she wanted. That's the number one thing. You want that the wife to be happy, and so I'm really happy that my sister got the world. And he's a great guy. He's such a good guy. So I feel like I hit the jackpot. Now both of my sisters are wifed up. They're engaged.
Oh my God.
The two guys that I totally admire and look up to. So I feel lucky.
That's amazing. And on top of that, we're lucky to have Grace in here now.
Oh, we got Grace?
So it's happening. It's on. Grace is here. So I have to congratulate you on My Love, which is huge. Came out last month, and it's extra special for you because it's kind of your first breakout as a solo artist. Can you talk about how that's felt?
Yes, yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. It's definitely my first move. And it's crazy that just like how my sister got engaged in quarantine, I never expected to put my first solo single out in quarantine, but it was getting to a point where, the diehard fans know we hadn't released music since our debut album as Jack and Jack, which was in January of 2019. And so that's like, coming on a year and a half ago. And I felt so guilty, even though I had made so many songs. My true fans have never heard me on a song alone. And even though I'm listening to my own music all day long and I have, tens of songs to listen to, they don't have anything. So it got to the point where I told my manager, I was like, I know that in general, people are listening to less music. Streaming is kind of down, but I was like, I'm not worried about the numbers. I just want to get my music and my voice to the people who care about it the most right now, because I know it's a weird time, and anything that you can have to kind of hold on to and listen to or watch, at least for me, that takes my mind off of all the sadness and unfortunateness that is kind of what our world is right now, and because of this pandemic. And so I was ready to go. And so I've been overwhelmed with the reaction. You know, I was very nervous. Just to be on my own and put myself out there, and especially being the first one from a group who kind of does their own thing. It's like there's a lot of pressure, and so I know that Jack J was there with me the whole way, and he was like, yo man, no matter what happens, like, you're brave for going first, because of course there's going to be some backlash, but people have responded so well to it, and especially our fans from Jack and Jack, and my own fans, you know, that I have too, have responded amazingly. And so I'm so pumped about it, and I'm really happy.
Oh, I'm so glad the reception has been amazing for you. What have you found to be the biggest differences kind of being on your own versus working with Jack?
Okay, there are a few, and I don't want this to sound negative, but the first thing that I think of is like, it feels, when I like go to do something on my own, it feels almost a little bit more like I'm focusing in and I'm doing work, as opposed to when I was just doing it with Jack J, like, that's my best friend. So it feels like I'm kind of just hanging out with my friend, and we just happen to be doing this. So we were having so much fun. So it's hard to say that it's like, you know, just as fun when I do it alone, because it's like I do miss having my guy right there. But it's also, I know it's just an adjustment, and it's something that I'll get used to. But I'm still loving it. But I would say, yeah, it's just like, it feels like more of more work, just because I'm alone and there's not someone else to kind of pick up where I leave off and stuff like that, you know?
Absolutely. And the video is so cool. We watched it before this time and last time, so we know the video by heart.
Okay.
And I think it's amazing that you guys made that during quarantine. What was that process like?
First off, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you all watched it. Yeah, that was so wild. It was very stressful, because I knew that the song was coming out on April 17th, and we started shooting the video, I want to say like the last week of March is when we decided, like, hey, this seems like it's going to be a while, but I want a visual component to this beautiful audio, which is my love. And so that's when we decided, okay, we're going to have you shoot the whole thing on your own in Omaha, Nebraska in quarantine. I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. Bring it on. And so I was actually really bored. And so this made my quarantine a lot more exciting. But basically how it went down was I would call my director, Diane Martell, every morning, and she would kind of talk me through some shots that she had, you know, envisioned for this music video. And I would talk to her about my opinion on what she's talking about. But for the most part, I would go out and I would just try to do these shots, whether I liked them or not. And then I would send them to her, and she would tell me what she liked and what she didn't like. And then finally, after trying it, I could be like, okay, that's not for me, or that is, I like this. And so that went on for like 2 weeks. And finally, you know, on April 5th, or maybe, I don't know, actually, it was way closer to the release date. I think April 15th, actually, like 2 days before the song came out, we finally got to an edit that we both agreed on and we thought was great. And so that ended up being the My Love music video. But I'm really excited to go back to LA whenever the time comes and shoot, like, you know, my next singles video, have, you know, everything that you would expect from a debut solo artist. Because I know it's like totally unexpected, the whole quarantine vibe.
Yeah, well, now you can kind of do anything, though, because this has to be, doing a video in quarantine, I can't even imagine how difficult that is doing on your own, and it came out pretty seamless.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was hard. It was a lot of time and effort for just 2 minutes and 40 seconds of video. You know how it's like you put so much time into something that's so short, but I'm very proud of it. And it's also just a time on my life that I can kind of look back on and remember, even though it's a sad time, like, I was very productive in those few weeks. And so it's going to be fun in a couple years to look back on.
Absolutely. Well, since then, what have you been doing at home to kind of like keep busy and productive during quarantine?
Well, to be honest, things like this, like, save me, because sometimes I get so bored and I'm like, I just want to talk to someone. I just want to like do something. And so this is amazing. But last night I actually started this really popular show called Outer Banks. And I know like a lot of people are talking about it. And I totally understand why after watching the first 2 episodes. I'm obsessed with all the characters. I love it. I'm like mad at my agent that he didn't reach out to me and like give me a script for this so I could have been in it. But I'm so happy that I have a new show to watch. I've been watching a ton of shows though. I mean, Tiger King, of course. Anything that's viral, I kind of give it a chance because we all have so much time now to kind of see what's up. But Netflix and like Zooms and Instagram Lives, that's what's taking a majority of my time. And then, of course, playing guitar and kind of chilling on my own.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to get to see some of that later. But here, my final question, because I know everyone has some questions they want to ask too, but here it's a tradition we always ask because in Maine, our state motto is Maine the way life should be. We're very wholesome here. So I want to know, according to you, Jack, what is the way life should be?
The way life should be is stress-free, in my opinion. But of course, you know, life is not perfect. You have to deal with the ups and downs. But if I had it my way, there'd be no stress, no anxiety. And it's just all about love and just having a good time.
That's perfect. Well, now let's get to some Q&A. Sierra was the winner of the contest, so I think it only feels right to start with Sierra.
Okay, Sierra. What's up, Sierra?
My first question is, what inspired you to write music?
What inspired me or inspires me to write music? I think it's just my drive to want to connect with people. I want people to be able to relate to my life, and I want to feel like I can relate to their lives, anybody who's listening. And so definitely just to connect with other people. I want people to hear my voice, you know?
Nice.
Oh, sorry. I just got a call. Am I still here?
You're still here, yeah.
Okay, sorry. My
All
buddy
good.
called me.
Did you have another question, Sierra?
How old were you when you first started singing?
When I first started singing, I was 11. I want to say maybe 10 or 11, but it was when my sisters, they made me try out for show choir. But even before that, they tried out for show choir, and I was still in elementary school, but they made me learn the song and the dance with them, even though I wasn't eligible to try out. And so I learned, what's this song called? It's like, body, say, do you remember, body, yeah, what is that? September. Yeah, do you remember? Mm-hmm. So I learned that whole song and I danced to it. That was probably, I think I was 11 years old.
Aww. That's awesome.
That was a good question.
Did you have any more, Sierra?
I think that's it.
Okay, Bo. Grace, you're up next.
Where's Grace? Grace. Let me see. Where are you? Grace. Oh, hey, Grace. How's it going? I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you.
What's your question, Miss Grace?
I wanted to know what it was like to work with Don Toliver.
To work with Don Toliver, it was really cool. You know what's crazy? Wait, sorry, I'm hearing like a crazy echo. Is that just me?
There was like a second lag, but I think we're good now.
Okay, Don Toliver is an awesome guy. I gotta say, you know, just from my perspective, you never know what you're gonna get when you work with a rapper. No offense to rappers, but you know they're kind of like on their own time, and they're only really concerned with themselves. But I think Don Toliver is not that way at all, and maybe I have the rappers all backwards because he's really cool. He was instantly replying to any calls or texts that I had involving him in the video or sharing my thoughts about his verse. But it's crazy. I want to just share this little fact because I feel like it's kind of interesting. Because what I've noticed about all the collaborations that I've done in my short career in the music industry so far is that I'd never met an artist before I've collabed with them. I always meet them afterwards, like after we have a song out. And so when he got on the verse, he actually cut it in Houston and I was in Los Angeles. So I have never met Don Toliver, but he's a really nice guy. I can say this because we were on the phone for like hours talking about what to do about the video when we first got into quarantine. But great question. He's a good guy.
His verse is really great on that song too. It goes super well with it.
Oh yeah, that's like my favorite part of the song. I can't even lie.
Oh, Matt, it's on you, my friend.
Where's Matt? Matt, what's up, Matt?
Hi. So my question for you is, do you have any interests other than music?
Yes. That is a great question. And I was kind of touching on it with the Outer Banks talk earlier. One thing that I'm extremely passionate about and that I'm really, really looking forward to in my future and in my career is to go into acting. That's one thing that I've always been so passionate about. And it's almost how, me and Jack J got our start on Vine. We were always playing characters. And I feel like that's the way that we've gotten the best response from the public in general, is when we're naturally doing what we love, and that is to obviously make music, but really for me, like acting. And so, great question. I can't wait. I want to be an actor so bad. That's my dream.
Oh, that's so exciting. What's next? Next move.
I want to be in a show, I think like doing like a Netflix or, any kind of movie. Like I've tried out for a lot of movies and I've kept my mouth shut about a lot of the stuff that I've done because, to be honest, I haven't landed a single role that I've tried out for.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm like really bad, but no. I don't think I am. I think I'm really good. I just think I'm going up against like really, really, really good people. And so I kind of have to do my work and kind of play the game a little bit before I'm just given the opportunity of a lifetime.
Absolutely. I have full faith in that. I feel like you showed a little acting skill in the music video.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was being goofy, no doubt. Yeah.
Absolutely. Couple more questions. We got Miss Abby up next.
Abby, let me find you. Oh, Abby and Lauren. Hey, Abby.
Hi. Okay, I think you should actually be in Outer Banks season 2. Just saying. I think you would be good in there.
Are they making a season 2? Do we know?
I hope so. It's really good. I'm like obsessed with that show, but I think that they should.
Okay, real quick before you ask a question, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Who is your favorite character in that show?
JJ.
JJ. Okay.
Oh, he's hot.
I like JJ too, but John B. You can't beat John B for me.
Oh. Well, he's not bad. I just like JJ more for like features, like facial features.
He's hotter, is what she's saying.
Okay, I respect that. I don't judge it at all. Do you have a question?
Yeah, but have you watched the whole season 1 about it?
Oh no, please don't spoil. I've only watched 2 episodes.
I won't. Okay.
Abby, such a question, but who was the song "Daydreaming" about that you did with Jack?
Daydreaming was actually one of the rare songs that I wrote specifically about someone. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to like share everything because it's obviously really personal, but I will say it was in a time where I was like going through a breakup. It was in 2017 and I wrote it in that summer, and I kind of like had like when you just have like a special like sparky like fling going on, but it's just for the summer, and it's like just you feel like you're in love, but you both know it's like not love, and it's just like you love being with each other. I don't know if you can relate, but that was what it was for me. And it was just, with this girl that I still have love for, but, we know that we're not going to end up together or anything like that. But yeah, it was just about a fun summer with this girl.
Aww. Our final question is coming from Samantha.
Samantha, where are you, Samantha?
You're on, Samantha.
Oh, Samantha Stevens. What's up?
Not much.
You got like a superstar name.
What are some of your favorite hobbies?
My favorite hobbies. Okay. Okay, this sounds like funny. Maybe not funny, but maybe a little bit more weird. Is I like to improv with myself, like in the mirror sometimes. Like it kind of goes with the acting thing, but I'll just turn on like a character and I'll just talk to myself in the mirror. And so that's one thing that I noticed I do a lot. It's kind of weird. But obviously right now in quarantine, it would be probably playing guitar or playing this game called Rocket League. I don't know if you've ever heard about Rocket League. It's I don't know why I sound like such a boy. I love playing Xbox sometimes, and I feel a little bit guilty because sometimes I spend too much time doing that stuff because it really doesn't amount to anything and it doesn't better me. But taking your stress away is what really matters, and so that's one of the things that it does for me. Good question though.
With the personalities thing, have you delved into the TikTok world yet, Jack?
I've posted TikToks and they're cool, whatever, but I haven't actually put any real effort into making like a sketch or you know, something more along the lines of what me and Jack used to upload to the Vine. You know, we would really take on characters and play different roles and stuff like that. And I haven't gotten there yet, but I want to. I'm like very nervous to kind of put myself out there like that, because a lot of people don't know that that I'm kind of like that, you know. And I feel like it's just my anxiety. It plays a huge role in everything that I post, and so I haven't, but I'm going to. I'm gonna put myself out there a little bit.
That's awesome. I'm like slowly starting to get into the TikTok world, like just watching and whatnot. And if I've learned anything from TikTok, it's that those are the most shameless, like non-judgmental people ever. So like that's the place to start.
You're actually right.
TikTok.
No, you're right. I love TikTok for that reason. Everybody seems super like non-judgmental and very like friendly in a way, and their humor is like grade A, like very good humor. So that's, I'm definitely gonna try to make my way there.
That's awesome. Well, I think that's all we have for questions. If you're ready for a little acoustic magic.
Of course, I can definitely play something for you guys.
Amazing.
Let me grab the guitar. Okay. So, if you don't know, I have a song called My Love out. I know we talked a little bit about it. It's my first debut single. If you don't know, you gotta go listen to it. But regardless, I'll play a little acoustic version right now if my phone stays. Let's see. Yeah. So, I'm just making sure it's in tune. Okay, here we go. This is called My Love. If I gotta speak facts, even if we're on a break, you're still mine. No, I'm still yours. Long as we don't go cross that one line. Said you gotta move it, but I know it's on me. Listen, that body don't lie. I'll be over there a minute. Don't let too many nights go by before you try to make this right. Don't make me find someone who how to do the things you do in my love, my love, my love. Tell me what you're trying to do with my love, my love, my love. Show me you don't wanna lose it. Don't make me find someone who knows how to do the little things you do it. My love, my love, my love. My love, my love.
Yay, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry, it's lagging for our hair there. I think we're back to action. Jack, do you have any idea what your next single is going to be?
So I do have an idea. I love this one song that I have. I can't share the name. It starts with an S. I guess I could say that because there's some words that start with an S. But then also something that my label really wants to do is drop this remix that we have to My Love. And it has a couple new artists on it, which is really exciting for me. I don't know when or if that will happen, but I'm very excited for it if it does. If it doesn't, then the song that starts with an S will be next. And that is like, I've been so excited about that song for like a year now. So I can't wait for everyone to hear it. No matter what comes out next, I just can't wait for them to hear it.
Well, I know we're ready. We're excited. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This was great.
Yes, and thank you guys so much for rescheduling and being so easy about it. And thank you to everyone who somehow got in here. I don't know, was it like, so just Sierra won and then she brought all her friends?
Yep.
Okay, Sierra, you're awesome. Thanks for fighting for the spot and making sure that you got it. And all of Sierra's friends, Matt, Samantha, Abby and Lauren, Julie, Alea. Of course, we got Reed and Scott. And then we got Grace. Thank you so much for being in here today. And I really appreciate you guys working around my schedule. Sorry Friday didn't work out.
It's all good. It was worth the wait.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. This was awesome. And I can't wait to come to Portland, Maine, man. Yeah.
Have you been here before?
I've been there once when I went to camp in like 6th grade. I went to like a rock climbing camp. And you guys have great rock climbing, I would say.
It's true. You're not wrong.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I love Maine, but I've only been there once. I don't know if you guys know. Do you know Goose Rocks Beach?
Mhm.
Where is that, Tara?
I want to say Kennebunkport.
Oh, nice.
I might be wrong, but my cousins go there every summer, and they always try to get me to come, but I've never been able to. So maybe one day I'll go to Goose Rocks Beach.
Now you
But I
got
know.
something too.
Yeah.
Got to be friends now.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Jack. Take care.
See you guys. Have a great Monday.
Bye.
Bye.